Welcome to Life on Fire with your hosts, the Sisters of Sizzle, Elise Cloder and Jill Pagano. They're going to bring a dash of sass, a sprinkle of humor, and a whole lot of realness to the show. Yes, these sizzling ladies are here to inspire you with the people, tools, and tidbits of wisdom to keep your spirit aglow and your life on fire. And now, live from Seattle and the World Wide Web, it's the Sisters of Sizzle, Elise and Jill.
That's right. You are here with the Sisters of Sizzle, plus everybody else that joins us, which is so fun and will be so fun. Because that's where we are. We are at Team Sizzle.
It's Team Sizzle time.
Yes.
Time to sizzle with our Team Sizzle
and our Team Sizzle member is Kim Crumpler of Uniquely Savvy, and she joins us. What's happening in this world of Kim Crumpler style?
Oh, well, yes. In honor of Thanksgiving, I am so excited to talk today about being thankful and grateful for the bodies we've been given and our unique personalities, whether we're quirky or spicy.
And then you were gonna walk us through some fashion freedom. Because I love the idea of feeling more free about fashion. Because there's always like, this is wrong and this is right. And how do we get fashion freedom?
Well, so today I have 3 steps to gain fashion freedom. And really, I'll just give you an overview. That for me is to know yourself.
Okay.
Acknowledge your body assets and challenges, and then create your style identity and dress it accordingly.
I mean, everybody thinks they know themselves, but I'm sure that there are things you bring people through to get them closer to really pinning that down. Yes,
exactly. Now, Sarah, my apprentice, who, by the way, just got engaged, which is why she's not here today.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
It really is. Yes, is that Sarah would call this personal branding, knowing yourself. She calls it like a mini counseling session.
I love it. It is, because I've done it.
Yes.
With you.
Well, there you have it. But yes, in order to know yourself, I ask you, and you can ask yourself, what do you love? What moves you? What excites you? What are your skills, talents, abilities, and passions? What's really at the core essence of who you are? And I'll just share an example of mine, and maybe Jill can share one from yours. But sure. So for me, I'm an explorer. I love to explore. I love to travel. I'm an explorer of people I don't know, when I'm on vacation, when I'm at the airport, wherever I am. I want to know who you are. Tell me a story, because I'm constantly learning. So for me, I'm an explorer. I love to dance. I love textures. I love layers, for example. And so that's a piece of who I am and things that I love that I can then translate into my sense of style. What about you?
What about me? Boy, on the spot. I remember Artistic came out, and I'm a big freedom person. I don't like to be constrained by who thinks this is good fashion and who thinks this isn't. But I also have a classic sense of elegance. I'm not super trendy. So that kind of energetic elegance is how I would describe me.
Ooh, energetic elegance. I
it's
like
true.
that.
And dynamic was one of your words.
That's right. Yes. Yes. I like bold colors, and not really bold patterns, but bold colors, or a bold piece of jewelry or accessories like boots.
Yes.
You do love your boots.
I need some more boots.
Yes, me too. But one way we translated that into Jill's sense of style then, and giving her freedom and permission to explore, is...
And my frills I have on
she
today.
has some frills. She has some bright, bold color. It's really identifying what you like and then stepping into it. Yeah. You said freedom. That's really at the core essence of who I am, which is why this is all about freedom. But for me, that freedom for me is translated into, exploring different styles for myself. You guys often see me in more classic looks. Today I'm bold print,
you are bold.
Shorter dress, boots, tights, sometimes a little trendy. So find out who you are, and then, just tap into that, and then get free with exploring that a little bit more. Step 2 is really to acknowledge your body's assets and challenges.
Assets.
That's a biggie.
It's huge. We all have them. Mm-hmm. If you're an hourglass figure, right? So your curves could be both an asset and a challenge, right? Mm-hmm. Your broad shoulders could be both an asset and a challenge. So it's really, again, about being free with what your shape is, whether you're really curvy, i.e. myself, through the seat and thighs, but then learning how to balance those curves well and celebrating them rather than hiding in our clothes, hiding behind dark colors, hiding behind this and that.
Oh, we do that in Seattle, especially with the dark colors. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And we just do that because we're not free and comfortable with our own shape and frame.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and a lot of times when we do that, when we hide like that and wear things that don't flatter us, we actually look worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're trying to hide, and we all know you're hiding, but rather underneath is something beautiful to be celebrated and, again, just balanced.
One thing I have learned the most is that everything is workable. Especially when you have a good alterations person too, to help you get the clothes to fit you the way you want. So that, I think, is one thing that you've taught me that's good to step into when you have like a little imbalance. I'm small busted, but I got curves in the patootie.
Accentuate positive, eliminate the negative.
Yeah. So I have to get some things altered so that they fit well through the top, which kind of helps balance everything out instead of it just looking sloppy.
Right. And here is a freeing thought, ladies. Most people have to get alterations. I mean, I work with lots of shapes and sizes, including myself. Most people can't just buy right off the rack and have a great fit. There are alterations to be had, and it's okay. I really like this, but there's 10 or 15, 20% of it that's not really quite right. Well, how do we make it right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of freedom in that. Step 3 is really then creating your style identity and dressing your authentic self from the inside out. And that's why you begin with knowing yourself. Again, what you love, what you're about, what's true and right about you. But creating your style identity is really like, it's your brand. It's your brand. It's like your brand logo. So I'll give you an example of mine, actually. And if you look at these little photos.
I love. You always have handouts. I love it.
I'm a teacher.
Yes.
She is the consummate savvy teacher.
But to figure out what your style identity is what you do is you list out all sorts of different brand adjectives, from your sense of style to your core competencies professionally to your passions. You list everything out. So some of mine might be attention to detail, competent, experienced. Some of my style ones might be accessorized, colorful, classic, trendy, etc. Well, my style identity is a summary of all of those things so that I can step into that and own it, shop my closet that way, shop the store that way. So my style identity right now is the versatile, chic, and free classic explorer.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know. It takes me a while to wrap my brain around
it reminds me, when we do the passion test and you come up with your top 5 passions. And then when things come into your life, you gauge them. Okay, does that fit into what I say is most important to me? Right. This is kind of the same.
Yeah.
As
Absolutely.
you go shopping, is it these things?
Yes.
Oh, and it's so freeing, really, truly, to understand when I've had my work with Kim before, and to understand my style identity, and then I know what I need, what I'm looking for, how to fill the gaps in my wardrobe, and I am not a shopper. I don't even like to do it.
It is.
But it's freeing and so much more rewarding to really look, and instead of just like random shopping, my gosh, there's so much out there.
Exactly. It really narrows
it becomes
down.
overwhelming.
It's like step away from the sweatpants.
Yeah.
Not savvy.
Run.
Yeah,
Fast and furiously.
Right. And Kim Crumpler is the gal to put you through this kind of, because I couldn't have done it myself. Really, this is such good information to get started on for people.
Thank you.
But to work with you, either over the phone or in person, is really a way to get started.
Yeah.
Even if it's one appointment, one phone call.
I just wanted to leave you all with 2 quotes that are some of my favorites for really stepping into not only your style freedom, but just your freedom inside and out in life even. So one is, when my values are clear, my decisions are easy. And that was from one of my life coaches. When my values are clear, my decisions are easy. So find out what you value with your sense of style, your sense of fashion, your sense of purpose in life, and go after it. Make easy decisions for yourself. And secondly is King David, actually, in Psalm 139 said, "You made all the delicate parts of my body and put me together. Thank you. I am wonderfully complex, and your workmanship is marvelous."
Ooh, what a great little inspirational thing to have on your mirror.
It helps you feel confident and comfortable and free in your own skin.
Thank you so much.
It's like a little church. It's fashion church. I tell you, fashion is shallow.
Sorry I said the G word.
I know. Please. Can I get an amen?
You can amen.
Amen, sister.
You can ask for forgiveness.
There you go.